And day 2 of our coverage here from the Noosa Mining and Exploration Conference continues. My guest now is Peter Harold. He is the Managing Director of Panoramic Resources. Peter, welcome to Kitco News.
Thanks,
It's our first time talking, so we want to get to know a little bit about your company and what your game plan is here.
Okay. So we've been around for 17 years. We're a nickel company. We've got 2 nickel projects. And we're just in the process of restarting the Savannah Project, which is in the Kimberley, it's in the northern part of Western Australia. It's going to be about 1 million tonne a year mine, producing about 11,000 tonnes of nickel, about 5,000, 6,000 tonnes of copper, and about 800 tonnes of cobalt. In a concentrate, we're going to ship to Jinshuan in China, and we've just announced this week that we've refinanced the project. So we're borrowing $40 million from Macquarie Bank, which is all the money we need to actually restart the mine.
And you also have a Canadian connection here, right? You have another project in Thunder Bay.
So we diversified. So we started off as a nickel company some years ago, and we bought some gold assets, and we took over a company called Magna Metals, which has the Thunder Bay North Platinum Palladium project, which is about 35 k's out of Thunder Bay.
And your Savannah project has, what's the mine life like? How many more years are left?
Yeah, so we operated from 2004 to 2016. Then we discovered a new ore body called Savannah North, and we should have that project, it should be about at least 8 years, but we've only sort of drilled out about 30% of the known mineralisation, so we're hoping it's a 20-year project at least.
So Peter, let's talk about the trade wars now and how these tariffs on China could affect the base metals complex.
Yeah, look, I mean, that is a bit of a concern, but I think fundamentally you look at the markets and you look at this new EV story that's developing, and clearly the world is going to electric vehicles, and that's great for nickel, great for cobalt. So I think short term, yes, there is some concern about these trade wars, but longer term, the demand for nickel, you just see that the demand in stainless steel, the demand in the batteries, it's very big, and you look at all the deficits going forward, prices must rise, copper, nickel, cobalt. So we think we're in the right commodities, the right time. The outlook is very good. Yes, the trade wars is going to create some noise, but fundamentally longer term, we just think we're in the right.
And you know what amazes me, Peter, and I mentioned this to a few of the other managing directors, this conference is buzzing. It's so loud. In fact, I'm having a hard time, hearing here. So despite the fact that we're seeing base metal prices, precious metals prices depressed, Australians don't care. They're still coming out.
Well, I think we're fundamentally a resources country, and it's been a tough few years for all the guys. And I mean, the gold guys have had a great run, but you are starting to see base metals. All the base metals have had a good run recently. I mean, nickel. When we shut the Savannah mine 2 years ago, the nickel price was $3.50 a pound. We've seen $7.50. We've got people sort of forecasting $9 or $10 going forward. We've also seen the currency come back. We talked this about before. I mean, the Aussie dollar was above parity some years ago. That really hurt us. Now we're back at sort of long run average, 75 cents. That's really important. So we've got a much lower exchange rate. That's really important because we sell in US dollars.
Yeah, and what kind of cost are you working with to get the nickel out of the ground?
Okay, so we're looking at an all-in cost of about $3.50 a pound. So $2.40 a pound for just C1 costs, and then add another $1 for capital. So, and then we've got about $1 to $2 a pound for copper and cobalt credits. So we've got a very healthy margin.
Some good margins there.
$6 now, so that's like $3.
Well, Peter, continued success, Panoramic Resources. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for watching. We'll have more for you on Kitco.com.